You train hard for the fight with Din Thomas?
Of course, always. I'm working
Yeah.
with him like 5 days a week now, so it's great.
Okay. That's great. That's great for you. And you'll get to have him back for this fight, right? Because, the last one, I mean, you had him, but he wasn't able to be in your corner.
Yeah, this is the first fight. My last two fights, I haven't had him in my corner. So this is, it's been a while. It's last time he was in my corner was with Molly McCann, and that was over a year ago. So it'll be nice to be back.
Definitely. I want to introduce you to the Fightlete Report. Of course, we got Gillian, Savage Robertson. Big fight coming up for UFC 230. Of course, UFC 238, and it's going to be taking place in Canada. So we're excited for this one. And talk us about this fight. Like, when you got the news, how excited were you for it?
Oh, I was super excited. It's definitely not the name I wanted. I was looking for somebody a little bit bigger, someone who already has a name behind them. I wanted a bigger name opponent, but it's still a great matchup for me. Like, this girl, I feel like the second we got the matchup, Dean told me, he's like, this is a 50K fight. Like, this is definitely going to be a fight of the night bonus. And I feel like I'm going to be able to do what I want and really display my skills. I'm going to put on a clinic that night.
Sure. And we're actually, to correct myself, is UFC 241, July 27th. Everybody can check it out from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, only on pay-per-view. And, again, are you excited, though, for the big part of a big pay-per-view event for the first time in your career and also being in your home country of Canada?
Oh, yeah, both of those. It's super exciting for me. One, like, exactly like you said, being in my home country finally, where my last 4 fights have been in my opponent's hometowns. So finally I'll be walking out so I won't be getting booed and actually have some country support behind me. And obviously to fight on a huge card like that, like with I'm almost more excited for Max Holloway and Frank Edgar's fight than I am for my own. Like, that fight's going to be amazing to watch. I'm just excited to be on that card.
Yeah, definitely. Also, Felicia Spencer is taking on Cyborg. You got Cyborg in the co-main event.
Yeah, that's going to be a huge fight, too. I know Felicia Spencer is another she lives in Florida, but is from Canada. So
okay.
I've never met her, but I got to support her. She's the same as me.
I gotcha. Yeah, definitely. Transplant from Canada. And you visit Canada? Have you been back in a while, or has it been a while?
I haven't been back in the last 2 or 3 years, but like growing up, my grandparents live up there, so I used to visit like all the time growing up.
Oh, I got you. Definitely. Now, your last fight, you were only accompanied by Kayla Horasho. She was in your corner. Now, with Din Thomas indisposed, you feel like just with her in your corner, since she's trained so close with you and Dean, that was enough. She knew the game plan, and, being so close to you both in the training sessions, did you feel like it didn't matter that you just had her?
I feel like Dean, even when Dean is in my corner, he doesn't talk a lot because he trusts us to think for ourselves. He trusts us to know what we want to do without having to coach us step by step. So I feel like Kayla was perfect. Like, she helped me warm up. She knew exactly what I wanted to warm up. And then once I got in the cage, it was like, I know what to do. Like, from that point, it's like, a lot of times, like, Dean's theory is, like, if he tells you to throw a 1-2 or something, it's going to be 2 seconds late. Like, he wanted to throw it when he saw the opportunity at that time, So it's just, he'll only say, like, 1 or 2 things to me. Like, when he cornered me with Molly, I can tell you every single thing he said to me during that fight. Wow. He only said 3 things. Like, he doesn't talk a lot. So I feel like it doesn't really matter if I have a corner. I'm capable of thinking myself in the cage, and I just need someone to help warm up, and Kayla was perfect for that.
Yeah, for sure. And I know that, people were questioning, like, how come you only have her in your corner? But you feel like maybe you and her are giving away a Thelma and Louise kind of vibe, right?
Definitely. She's been my main training partner since I moved down, since I've trained full-time at ATT. And she's definitely a huge part of all my training camps. And like I said, I feel comfortable walking in the cage by myself. And as long as I had someone who knew how to warm me up, knew what I wanted, knew my style, and she was perfect for that. So it was the perfect combination.
And you guys kind of had a little bit of vacation time afterwards in Prague?
Not really. I was back in the gym on that Monday. I started training. I get right back in there. I don't know. I love training, so I'd rather be back in the gym than going and doing things.
All right. I got you. And then talk about your next opponent, Sarah Frota, at 9-1, fellow submission hunter. Like, what are you expecting from her as an opponent?
I feel like she's confident in her jiu-jitsu. She's a capable black belt. So I feel like she'll be comfortable going to the ground with me. I don't feel like she has a lot of wrestling, so I'm probably going to be able to get it down there pretty fast. And I feel like I'm just a better grappler all around. I feel like she'll think she's went against black belts before and she's done well enough, but I just have a different style of jiu-jitsu and she won't be able to handle it.
And so you feel like the fight will go to the ground most definitely, and you'll have the advantage there?
100%. In all my fights, I feel like I have an end point, and my goal is just to get to the throat as efficiently as possible, and I'm going to get there one way or another.
And you think like many opponents, although they know it's coming, they try to prepare for it. It's when it comes to the cage and actual fighting, in an actual fight with you, it's different.
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter. The style that me and Dean have engineered together is just something that you don't really see in the MMA world yet, and it's something new and it's something unique, and a lot of people aren't ready for it, and they don't even know how to defend it. So once the choke's there, it's too late.
And many women's fighters you train with at American Top Team, out of all you've been training with, who hits the hardest? Like, who do you feel like you've really been in a fight with after you sparred with them?
Well, I've never sparred hard with Amanda Nunes yet, but I would 100% say her. But from the girls that I have sparred hard with, definitely Amanda's girlfriend, Nina. There is no girl who has ever hit me harder than Nina. It's like anywhere, like any gym. Wow. I feel like she has an insane amount of power in her hands and her kick. She has a calf kick that like legit put me out for like where I was limping for like a month.
Oh, wow.
But she is just so powerful, and yeah, like there's no girl ever that I'm like, oh yeah, she could probably like put me down or like TKO me, except for Nina. Nina's the one girl where I'm like, she could definitely TKO me.
Oh really? Wow.
Yeah, now, she's got her.
Definitely. Yeah, that's insane. Now also you had judo Kayla Harrison. She's been at AT&T, and so what do you think of her career so far in the PFL? Are you excited for her?
Oh yeah, I'm super excited for her. That whole division has just been made for her, like she's just gonna be on her way to the top. There's not a doubt in my mind. There's no one. She definitely works hard, and she's in the gym every single day, and a lot of good things are gonna be happening for her.
Nice. And you've been using the CBD oil for recovery. So talk about the products and how they've helped you recover after the long training session, after the grind of the camp, and how much you enjoyed them.
Well, I use Creating Better Days CBD oil, and honestly, I've been having this problem with my neck where it's like I was getting migraines. They were terrible. Oh, wow. And I went to a walk-in clinic, and they gave me like muscle relaxers and pain relievers. Didn't do anything. I went to the ER. They gave me a steroid and then muscle relaxers and pain relievers. Didn't do anything. And then I started really using the CBD every day, and that's the only thing that's really helped me. And like I really can't say anything more about like it saved. These migraines would put me out for a day. Like they would just stop me in my tracks because they were getting so bad, and the CBD oil just 100% changed it. Oh,
that's great here. And also after the fight, anything special that you can only get in Canada that you plan on treating yourself with?
I think I know what you're hinting at, and definitely I haven't been back to Canada since it's been legalized, so I got to try it out, right?
Right, for sure. And recently, we've seen you do some modeling with your swimsuits, etc. So do you enjoy doing those? And what's the hardest thing about it? Like you have to wake up really early at the crack of dawn and...
Yeah, I definitely enjoy doing it. It's just been really with one of my friends. He's just got a camera, and he's like, he wants to try to get better at photography. So I'm like, why not promote myself as well? And sure. I feel like that's a huge part of the business is trying to sell yourself. But it's definitely a struggle. It's something that I'm not necessarily good at, being like the girlier side. I feel like I'm better at choking people and rolling on the mats than I am at posing. But it's definitely something that, like, new to me. It's something that like I feel like you get better at. You have to practice it because it's not easy to do.
Well, yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's a completely different activity, and we see like Paige Van Zandt featured at Sports Illustrated. So perhaps one day you could reach those levels.
Hopefully, yeah, that's the goals right there. use this sport to get my name out there in other ways, so I can promote myself even better.
Definitely. And then what can we expect on July 27th when you fight Sarah Frota? And, basically, what do you want people to talk about after the fight?
My last fight, probably the biggest thing that I was upset about was that it was just jiu-jitsu, it was 100% jiu-jitsu fight where I wasn't able to utilize my ground and pound. And every time I postured up, Veronica was just so explosive that she was able to, I wasn't able to get off strikes at any point. So I really want to hopefully display my ground and pound in this fight. Hopefully get a cut, something, finally get a little bit blood. Maybe if I could get a TKO, that would be awesome. But if not, I'm always hunting for the throat.
Okay. Well, I'm sure you want to get the crowds in Edmonton, roaring and up on their feet after your fight. So I wish the best of luck to you.
Thank you so much.
Definitely. And Gillian, is there anyone you'd like to thank? Go ahead.
Of course, Dean Thomas, all my training partners and American Top Team, Creating Better Days CBD, then Chef Fit Meal Plans, of course. And if you want to follow me at Savage_UFC on Twitter and on Instagram.
Definitely. I'm glad that you were able to fix that thing as well. I remember.
Oh, yeah, me too.
That was crazy, right? That happened. It was a hectic thing.
It was terrible. It was on weigh-in day, too.
True. And we appreciate you being out of time. Everybody check Gillian Savage Robertson. She'll be fighting Sarah Frota, UFC 241, prelims, July 27th, ESPN. And we thank you for being on the show. And then, Gillian, if you can hold on, I want to ask you 2 predictions for me, okay?
Okay.
Okay, great. Just end the recording.